Hey guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another episode of TKL Fridays, the series where we only talk about TKL keyboards every Friday. And as you all know, TKL stands for 10 keyless mechanical keyboard, and that just means it's missing the number pad, and that's why it's called 10 keyless. But today we're doing a throwback keyboard. As you guys know from the title, it is the Razer Blackwidow Tournament Edition from 2014. This is a 6 years later review, which is pretty dang crazy. And considering my age, I'm not that old, but this is my first ever mechanical keyboard that I got my hands on and have been using it really consistently throughout the past 5 years. It wasn't until the most recent year where I switched off and ventured into something new because I was streaming and everyone was saying, "Why is your keyboard so loud? We don't want to hear it anymore." So I switched off to the drop control, and now we're just so deep down into this mechanical keyboard world. We don't know when we're stopping. But anyways, time for the review. So it is 10 keyless. It's 87 keys, probably one of the first. Razer changed I believe they changed their switches in 2014 to the Razer green switches. Before that they were using something different, I believe. But anyways, these are Razer green switches. They are clicky, they're loud, but they're not crispy. And I'm not sure if that's because of its age and how often we've used it and how old it is, or maybe it's because Razer greens just aren't as great as other clicky switches nowadays. There are some pretty cool things about this keyboard despite it being 6 years old. We're gonna start with the back. At the back, we can see it says, gotta prove it to you guys, that it says 2014. Right there, Blackwidow. Razer Blackwidow Tournament Edition 2014. It's got how many rubber feet? 4 distinct rubber feet, and then the 2 rubber feet connected to the adjustable kicks. These are super flimsy, very skinny kickstands. Almost looks ridiculous to use them. I've never used them. The keyboard itself has a pretty natural angle. It is all plastic and perhaps has a backplate since there's no flex. Very nice. And it does have, look at that, it has a detachable micro USB cable. Super cool. I've actually looked at the new Razer Blackwidow X Tournament Edition or something like that. The new one that's pretty cheap, and that one doesn't seem to have a detachable cable. Correct me if I'm wrong. I've been trying to research it everywhere, but I can't find whether it's detachable or not. But detachable micro USB cable, very cool. It is braided and it is gold plated. Excuse the mess. We did try coiling it, and that's why we have this problem right here. It's not the most high quality coil, not in the slightest, but it is a braided cable. Razer logos at the end of each side. Can't complain, it works still. And then we have the front. We have the Razer logo on the bottom, and it does glow green when you plug it in. Other than that, there's no RGB or any backlighting on this keyboard other than the scroll lock, the gamer mode, and the caps lock. Those will glow either green or I believe the macro key does red for you to record. I've never used that, but it's supposed to work. So it's got secondary media keys in the function row. We've got mute, volume down, volume up, previous track, pause play, next track. Got the macro recording key, gamer mode. And gamer mode just means Windows lock. But overall very cool. It's got ABS, plastic keycaps, very smooth and super shiny. Honestly, haven't seen smooth and shiny keycaps like this in any of the newer keyboards. They're usually matte ABS, non-standard layout with the bottom row. We've got a very small Windows key and then thicker than usual Control and Alts. On the other side, same thing, non-standard bottom row. Quite annoying. I believe Razer still does this for their newest Blackwidow mechanical keyboards. And the ABS plastic keycaps, the legends have withstood a lifetime of gaming. Okay, not that long, but they've withstood a lot. The only fading keys are S, D, and a little bit of C. Everything else is pretty good. The R here is lowercase, which is really weird considering everything else is capital. If you've owned a Razer keyboard and you've never noticed that, comment down below. What do you think about that? When I first found out and noticed that, I was like, why are you doing that? That's weird. The stabilizers are co-star stabilizers. That means they have that little wire that connects and clips into the stabilizer. And they're not like the cherry style ones at all, which you see a lot nowadays. Let's just do a quick sound test because this thing is loud. Those were the stabilizers, and here are the Razer green switches. So not a bad click, it's just not as crispy as Cherry MX Blues or a lot of the KL box switches that we have nowadays with the click bars. Those are super clicky. It's got good clicks. It's loud, it's in great condition after 6 years. Has almost no fingerprints on the keycaps, although they're really shiny and feel smooth and sort of gross. Even though they came like that, it's weird. It's been through a lot of cross-country moves and years of typing homework and gaming. So that's why I was very excited to get my hands on the Razer Huntsman and the Razer Blackwidow Lite, because Razer has been a very high quality mechanical keyboard for me throughout the years. However, I must say that I'm a little disappointed with current Razer products. Maybe it's growing older and just knowing what quality really is nowadays. I was 19 years old when I got this, and it was also the same time when I was building my first PC, which I'm still using. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it, but I think I'm going to keep it. It's got a lot of memories, and I guess it's like an antique now, right? It's portable, compact. Honestly, nothing special now in 2020, but super precious and not a bad first beginner mechanical keyboard. I believe I bought this for $69 at a Micro Center back in the day, I think. It was about $69 or $59. One of those prices. But anyways, works wonderful. Comment down below, how old is the mechanical keyboard that you are using right now? This one's 6 years old. However, I haven't really been using it often. It's sort of sitting in the corner now, just laying there when I need to compare a clicky switch to another clicky switch, and we have a lot of switches now. So we're trying to sell some of it off before we go on a big move. Anyways, it's TGIF time. It's TGIF time. This past week, we've actually had a lot of difficulty here in the household. We found someone that was using a lot of our blog posts as inspiration, so to say, except it was a little bit more than inspiration. But we're trying to figure that out and trying to be civil about it and just working things out like adults, and I feel like we're really getting somewhere. I just hope it turns out okay. And the YouTube channel has really been blowing up, so that's really exciting to see. And I love it when you guys are like, I've been here since blah subscribers, look how far you've grown. That's super awesome. A lot of big things happened this week. Comment down below, what was the one thing or several things that you were really proud of this past week and really want to share with all of us, because I'm super happy to read about it, comment on it, and heart the comment. I'm going to link you guys to our playlist on TKL Fridays here, where you can watch all of our previous episodes, and then link you to our ASMR keyboard typing sounds only here, where you don't need to hear my voice or me talking about keyboards. Got about 30 minutes of that coming up in the next few weeks. And then subscribe here if you want to, and we'll see you in the next one. Hope you liked it. It was a little bit different. Don't think you can get this keyboard anymore. Maybe you can. Don't recommend it in 2020 anyways. See you later.